This is a short tutorial to show you how to draw in your paddock boundary region in ConstraintID. So the first thing we need to do is go to our second step, define paddock, and then locate where our paddock is. For this example, I'm going to define a paddock at Biloela in Queensland, and I can do this by zooming into the map first to find where our paddock is. So use our mouse wheel to zoom in or out, or you can use the buttons in the top left hand corner of the screen to zoom in or out. To pan around, just hold down your left mouse button and drag around, and that will drag the map. So I'm not quite sure where Biloela is, so what I might do is use the Search Towns tool at the top right hand corner of the map. So I click Search Towns. This contains all of the towns in Australia, and I'll start typing Biloela and it should find it. I click Biloela and that'll take us to the town centre. Now I'm looking at this, I still can't see my paddock, but I do have the coordinates of my paddock, so I'm going to locate my paddock by typing in those coordinates. So I'll go back to the Search Towns option. There's an option there, Go to Lat and Long. So I'll click this, and then I'll type in my latitude and longitude, which is minus 24.339 and 150.553, and that should take us to my paddock. It's put a marker right in the middle of the paddock, and that's telling me exactly where that latitude and longitude was. So now to draw in the paddock boundary, there's a little tool up under the zoom buttons called Draw Polygons. I'll click that once, and then you need to click around the boundary of your map, taking care not to go outside the boundary. So any vegetation areas that you include within this polygon are going to get included in the analysis. So we don't want any weeds or native vegetation getting pulled into the analysis. So do your best to be as accurate as possible as you click around the side of this map. When we get to the last point, you'll notice that it snaps to that last point. We click it to finish drawing our paddock. That will then now go and process. What it's doing together is stitching together any satellite imagery. It does this for over 20 years, so it takes a few seconds to process all this. Once it's done, you'll see we now have a thumbnail map appearing up in the sidebar, showing us our vegetation index. Now, let's just say that we didn't quite get that right. We also have the ability to go and edit this map. Once the paddock is drawn, the little tool that we clicked before changes now to Edit Layers. I'll click that again, and all you do is drag any of the points that show up into a better position. It will even add points to get finer definition. As soon as you select a point, you can see there's other points pop up on either side of it. Once that's finished, click the Finish button, and it will go and reprocess that map. So wait for it. If we didn't like what we've just done, we could actually hit the delete button. That will delete the map, and then we could go through the process again of drawing in a new map. And that's all there is to it.